Good afternoon and welcome to Season 3, Episode 25 of Ask Angelika. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen.
Good to see you. Where are we going today?
Well, we are working our way through the alphabet and we're beginning to come to those which are a bit more tricky to find because today's letter is Q. And although I do know a place in Germany beginning with Q, it's a tiny little village next to where my mum lives, called Quedlingburg. And I think apart from that, it's got a couple of houses and a few farms and a really nice lake. There isn't really anything else to say. So I thought I needed to go and find a town. And I have, and you just very briefly splashed it on the screen there. It's called Quedlingburg.
Quedlingburg.
Yeah. I always love it there. You're saying that all I read is Angelika visits Quedlingburg. I'm afraid I've never been there, but I'd love to visit it. It looks very intriguing.
Yeah. If I put Ask Angelika visits Quedlingburg virtually, or virtually visits, it wouldn't. It just
no, it wouldn't. No, no. It makes all sense. That's just for me personally.
Right.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I wish I did.
Hello to our friends watching on Facebook and YouTube on the Ask Angelika or Angelika's German Tuition Translation page and on the YouTube. Basic idea is simple and straightforward. Angelika has virtually visited Quedlingburg and put together 8 sentences, and I'm going to, in German, I'm going to read out the sentences. Angelika will correct my pronunciation, and then I shall attempt to translate it with your help if you're watching live, and then we'll get the real translation. Now, I don't rehearse any of this, and you're going to know that in a minute when we actually start. So, there are 8 phrases. Let's start at the very beginning. Okay. Quedlinburg ist eine mittelalterliche Stadt im Bundesland Sachsen-Anhalt.
Ja, Quedlinburg ist eine mittelalterliche Stadt im Bundesland Sachsen-Anhalt.
Quedlinburg is a town from the Middle Ages in the Saxony-Anhalt region.
Yeah, or the state. Bundesland is the one of the 16 German states. I actually had to look it up because I didn't know what Sachsen-Anhalt is in English. They kept the Anhalt, but the Sachsen, just like Niedersachsen, which is Lower Saxony. So this is Saxony, so it's Saxony-Anhalt.
Ah, right. Okay, so the official translation then, beautifully described by Angelika, is Quedlinburg is a medieval town in the state of Saxony-Anhalt. And let's go to phrase 2. Phrase 2, and you can read this in German as I read it, and we always get numbers, so here we go. Dort leben etwa 28.000 Einwohner.
Ja, dort leben etwa 28.000 Einwohner.
Right, okay. Now you can help me translate it if you're watching live. 28,000 people live there. Yeah. Okay, so let's go for the official translation. 28,000 residents live here. Okay, so behind me is a photograph of the place we're visiting today, Quedlinburg. And this is from Unsplash. I'd like to say thank you to the photographer on Unsplash for sharing it so we could actually use it as a backdrop today. Quedlinburg steht seit 1994 auf der UNESCO Liste des Weltkulturerbes.
Ja, almost. Quedlinburg steht seit 1994, so well done, auf der UNESCO Liste des Weltkulturerbes. Weltkultur, and then comes the last bit, Erbes.
Okay. my translation is, Quedlingburg has been since 1994 a UNESCO listed it's World Culture Site.
Well, we've had it, but that's quite a while ago now. We had another place where it was on the list. It's the World Heritage List, okay. The UNESCO World Heritage List. So it's one of those.
Okay, so that's Quedlinburg has been on the UNESCO World Heritage List since 1994.
What I found intriguing is in the next sentence, the reason why.
Die Stadt ist eines der größten Flächen.
Yeah, the break comes after Flächen.
Take a breath. Flächendenkmale. Flächendenkmale in Deutschland.
Yeah.
Where'd they go wrong?
No, it's when you have compound nouns, it's sometimes not so, especially if it's a word you don't know, it's not always easy to recognize where the break goes. And mal could be a break, but actually here the break is Denkmal, or in plural Denkmale, which are monuments.
Flächendenkmale.
Exactly, okay. Flächendenkmale. So die Stadt ist eines der größten Flächendenkmale in Deutschland.
Okay. The town is one of the largest in Germany. Largest what, Angelika?
Well, we already said Denkmale are monuments, and Fläche is an area. It's an area monument rather than a building. Okay. Normally you have a building like the cathedral in Cologne.
Yeah.
Cologne is not on the is not part of the UNESCO list. It's the cathedral, but here it's a whole area.
Okay, so the official translation is, the town is one of the largest area monuments in Germany. So the whole shebang is a monument.
Not the whole town.
Okay.
But you'll find out in the next sentence. And then we also know the next two, well, the next sentence is divided into two halves, and that will tell you what and why it's on the World Heritage List.
With you. Let's go for phrase 5. Die historische Altstadt besteht aus romantischen, verwinkelten Gassen.
Yeah, that's the first part. Die historische Altstadt besteht aus romantischen, verwinkelten Gassen. I just thought it's a lovely word. Verwinkelte Gassen.
Verwinkelten. Verwinkelten. Okay, the historic old town, Altstadt, 2 words together, is understood.
No, bestehen aus is to consist of.
All right, consists of a romantic verwinkelten. Ich weiß nicht.
Right, well, Gassen, let's go to the noun first, which is plural, so there are romantic something, and those are alleys. Which your picture shows quite nicely because it's very narrow. And verwinkelt is winding.
Romantic.
It's probably a bit like our new estates now. I mean, most of the roads and divisors are all sort of, you know, straightforward, and then you've got a road on the left and roads on the left.
And they just go like that.
The new estates, one road goes this way and the other one goes that way, and then you've got another one there and here, and nobody really knows anymore which way they go. Well, clearly it's nothing new, except those in Quedlinburg look very romantic and pretty.
So the translation of phrase 5 is the historic old town consists of romantic winding alleys. But it's a 2-part sentence, so the sentence continues. Now this is unfortunate. I can't.
No.
We're going to have to wait a second. I can see mit über 2000
Yeah.
But I can't. Just a minute. Just do not adjust your sets. We're going to do something here. I need to be able to see what it is, because if I can't see it, I can't read it.
It should have gone smaller automatically. There we are.
Okay, we've got to change the layout to read the sentence. It's just where it's obviously that number of characters actually breaks the system. Okay, phrase 6. Mit über 2000 Fachwerkhäusern.
Fachwerkhäusern.
Häuser,
2000 Fachwerkhäusern, yeah.
With over 2000 work factories? No?
No. Fachwerk means half timber.
Like the ones behind.
Like the ones behind you. Certainly the ones from looking from where I am on your left. Those half timber houses, and they've got over 2,000.
There's the full photograph, because it's not showing on my thing. So there you have the full photograph.
Certainly the ones on the left are half. I mean, that's a huge amount. So that explains why the whole old town really is part of the UNESCO World Heritage List.
Okay, so we go now to phrase 7. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's translate phrase 6 first. With over 2,000 half-timbered houses. Okay, I'm just trying to. This is not working as I expected. No. Okay, we'll live with that one then. Sorry about this, folks.
It might be better anyway. I just realized the last sentence is really long. It probably needs this.
Okay, do not adjust your sets. We've finished moving the furniture. Right, so the next sentence, 7 of 8, and in German, phrase 7 is: Seit 2006 ist Quedlingburg an das Netz der Weltkulturerbes angeschlossen.
Right, another tricky one, and it's tricky because Selke is the name. Selke Talbahn. So seit 2006 ist Quedlingburg an das Netz der Selke Talbahn angeschlossen.
Selke Talbahn. So
yeah, Selke Talbahn.
Not as I said it. Okay. Okay. Since 2006, Quedlinburg has been in the. Well, I've obviously, as I mispassed the word, I don't understand what it is. I know it's something to do with a train or a station.
It is. It's angeschlossen, or ist angeschlossen is connected. Netz is the net. So since 2006, it has been connected to the Selke Talbahn, and there's a little bit of explanation what that is in the next sentence.
Okay, so let's translate that. Phrase 7. Since 2006, Quedlinburg has been connected to this.
Yeah, Selke Talbahn network. It's the name, really. Yeah.
Okay. And phrase 8.
I realise how long that is. Will we get all that on there? No, we don't.
Just a minute. We'll do not adjust your sets. We'll change back to where we were, and that's there. And we might work. It might work. I see.
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So, right, we've got DH. Actually, obviously stands for something. So that's tricky for me. There.
Das heißt.
Oh, D dot H dot is das heißt.
Das heißt, ja.
Das heißt, man kann mit einer der Harzer Schmalspurbahnen bis zum Brocken, dem höchsten Gipfel im Harz, fahren.
Ja, well done. So das heißt, man kann mit einer der Harzer Schmalspurbahnen, that's a bit of a mouthful really, isn't it? Schmalspurbahnen, bis zum Brocken, dem höchsten Gipfel im Harz fahren.
Das heißt, that is called.
Yeah, that means
one can with a single
Right.
Rail ticket.
Schmalspurbahn is a narrow gauge, or is it gauge? I don't even know
Narrow
if I
gauge.
which one now. Railway.
All right.
It's a train.
With a single ticket,
narrow gauge ones.
one can take the Harzer, which is a name.
Harz is Harzer Schmalspurbahnen, and there are more than one. And Harz is the Harz Mountain.
Ah, okay. The mountain railway.
It's one of them. With the mountain railway takes you all the way up to the Brocken, which is the highest peak in the Harz Mountain.
So you can take the mountain railway to the peak, the highest peak in Harz Drive.
Yeah, it's the Harz Mountains.
Okay, the highest peak. The highest peak in the Harz Mountains. You can go on the train to the highest peak.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since 2006, you can now do that from Quedlingburg as well.
Right. Okay. Let's go back to the agenda and go for translation. And that means you can take one of the Harz narrow gauge railways to Brocken, the Brocken, the highest peak in the Harz. That was close. That was close. Thank you to everybody who's watching, and thank you for the likes. And if you've got any questions for Angelika, don't ask me, ask Angelika. Angelika is my teacher. So, okay, so I'm going to take the photograph off screen because that is, in fact, a picture of the town. So I'm going to hide that. And I'm now going to go back to our usual setup, which is the two of us on screen. I'm going to rewind back to the beginning of the agenda, and we're going to do a reprise. Only this time the sentences will be read perfectly by Angelika in German, and I'll do my best with the English.
And perfectly by Stephen in English.
Thank you. Off we go.
Quedlinburg ist eine mittelalterliche Stadt im Bundesland Sachsen-Anhalt.
Translation is, Quedlinburg is a medieval town in the state of Saxony-Anhalt.
Dort leben etwa 28.000 Einwohner.
Translated to, about 28,000 residents live there. It's not much bigger than Devizes, really, is it?
No, that's why I didn't want to call it a city.
It's a town then. We'll call it a town from now on.
Yeah, well, I did call it a town. Quedlinburg steht seit 1994 auf der UNESCO Liste des Weltkulturerbes.
Quedlinburg has been on the UNESCO World Heritage List since 1994.
Die Stadt ist eines der größten Flächendenkmale in Deutschland.
You did well with the split there. It could catch some people out. The word split. Well done.
Sometimes it does catch me out as well. So it's not just something for people who are learning German.
Right. The town is one of the largest area monuments in Germany. Is that a sort of national park?
No, it's the old town.
Oh, right. Okay.
All the buildings. Die historische Altstadt besteht aus romantischen, verwinkelten Gassen.
Which translates to, the historic old town consists of romantic winding alleys, and you can see them behind me. We can see one of them behind me.
Mit über 2000 Fachwerkhäusern.
Okay, I'm glad you've got that. I mean, just to tell you the secret here, Angelika's not looking at the screen for the text. It's actually on post-it notes on her monitor, which is
just in case.
This is why your secret is out now. People know you've got post-it notes actually stuck on your monitor.
No, these are electronic ones, not real ones.
I'm only teasing you. Well, you've read that, so I can go with the translation, which should scan better. With over 2,000 half-timbered houses. Right. Frisse.
Seit 2006 ist Quedlingburg an das Netz der Selketalbahn angeschlossen.
Since 2006, Quedlinburg has been connected to the Zelketalbahn network, which is a name we've decided. Yeah. That's why it's capital.
Das heißt, man kann mit einer der Harzer Even I'm stuck now. Das heißt, man kann mit einer der Harzer Schmalspurbahnen bis zum Brocken, dem höchsten Gipfel im Harz, fahren.
One thing we have learnt today is that D-Punkt, H-Punkt means das heißt.
Yeah.
I won't forget that now. Whenever I see that, I'll know. So the translation of the final phrase today is that means you can take one of the Harz narrow gauge railways to the Brocken, the highest peak in the Harz, which is the mountains. Okay, so I'm going to clear those off. If I can get to where we are. All right, now there's an event coming up next month on Udemy. Would you like to talk for a moment about it and what you're doing, or not?
What event are you talking about? Oh, well, there isn't really much to say apart from that I'm updating all my courses.
Right. All of Angelika's courses will be updated. There may be a new course. We can't possibly say. You wouldn't. Wild horses wouldn't drag it from us. But Black Friday on Udemy is a very special day, and if you are learning German or interested in learning German, or you've got friends or relatives interested in learning German, Black Friday is a great day to go out and buy German courses. Angelika's courses in particular. Angelika's not going to advertise, so I will.
No, so, we can advertise it next time, because then I should know a bit more.
See, we'll be 2 weeks closer then, won't we?
Mm.
Okay. Right, the next letter in the alphabet is R. Do you know where we're going yet?
No idea yet. I'll have to have a look around, but I'm sure I will find a very interesting place.
I'm sure you will. Thank you to everybody who's watched today. Angelika, it's over to you.
Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of snippets that I found out about Quedlinburg. And I can tell you that I will definitely find something for the letter R, and hopefully just as interesting. And until then, it's just for me.
Und tschüss von mir. We got it the right way around that time. Is that yeah? Okay. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bis später.